Evidence developed by the special counsel is not sufficient to establish that the president committed an obstruction of justice offense.
The report is out, and reaction to Robert Mueller's redacted report is in. Attorney General William Barr explaining his own conclusions of the special counsel's report to the country.
And right now, both political parties have their own reactions as well. And tonight, we're covering multiple perspectives on what the report really says. Let's go 360 now, starting with what high-ranking Republicans are saying. Senator Lindsey Graham calling the findings, quote, a good day for the rule of law. Representative Douglas Collins saying there was no collusion. There is no constitutional crisis. And the president's campaign manager saying the president has been fully and completely exonerated yet again.
This hoax, this should never happen to another president again.
And now here is what Democrats are saying. Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi are saying they want the American people to see the entire report, no redactions, and they're going to move forward asking Robert Mueller to testify. Democrats want Barr to resign, saying his comments, calling the investigation fatally misconceived, show Barr's allegiance to the president and not the American people.
The special counsel made clear that he did not exonerate the president, and the responsibility now falls to Congress to hold the president accountable for his actions.
So now we want to cut through the clutter and break down what the special counsel really wrote in his report.
Denver 7 chief investigative reporter Tony Kovaleski is joining us now. Tony, clearly there are multiple ways to read this report.
Yeah, and Tom, take a look. Here it is. The 2-volume, 448-page report is what we've been looking at. It is the foundation for political theater and controversy, both likely to continue until next November's election. Here's an important excerpt related to the investigation into collusion by the Trump campaign. Mueller writes, on multiple occasions, members and surrogates of the Trump campaign promoted pro-Trump or anti-Clinton content published by the IRA. That's a Russian hacking company. However, Mueller says the evidence was not sufficient to charge that any member of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with representatives of the Russian government. Also related to the collusion accusation was the now infamous Trump Tower meeting. The Mueller report found that while the president dictated a misleading statement claiming the meeting was to discuss Russian adoptions and directed aides not to disclose emails about the meeting, Mueller says a prosecution would encounter difficulties proving that campaign officials willfully violated the law. And now listen to the accusations the president is guilty of obstruction related to the Mueller investigation. Listen to exactly what Mueller had to say about that charge. Quote, the president's efforts to influence the investigation were mostly unsuccessful, but that is largely because the persons who surrounded the president declined to carry out orders. Mueller cites multiple examples of this, including the president's call to White House counsel Don McGahn, ordering him to remove the special counsel. McGahn refused to carry out that order. Mueller points out 10 instances where the president attempted to obstruct justice but was foiled by his own staff. The issue of obstruction in the Mueller report is where the Democrats believe they have found the president's Achilles heel.
The special counsel made clear that he did not exonerate the president, and the responsibility now falls to Congress to hold the president accountable for his actions.
The evidence developed by the special counsel is not sufficient to establish that the president committed an obstruction of justice offense.
Finally, while the White House has spent the last few weeks pushing its own conclusions to the Mueller report,
I'm having a good day, too. It was called no collusion, no obstruction.
Others see it differently. The exact words from the Mueller report don't appear to go that far. Mueller writing, while this report does not conclude the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him. So what is next? It's really up to Congress. Any impeachment effort would begin in the Democrat-led House of Representatives. Removing Trump, though, from the White House, highly unlikely because the Republican-led Senate would need to concur. Finally, it's worth noting many Democrats today avoided using the impeachment word. Ann?
All right, Tony, thank you. And our coverage of the special counsel's report continues on World News Tonight with David Muir, as well as on thedenverchannel.com. And there you will find statements from Colorado's lawmakers concerning today's release. We also have all this information posted on your free Denver 7 mobile app.